Ad astra abyssosk. Ah, traveler. You have come at just the right time. I have something for you. You're certainly very familiar with the kind of work we do. But I'm afraid this has nothing to do with any of the above commissions. Please take this brand new Adventurers Guild notebook. The Adventurer Handbook is for recording details of your completed commissions and intel on all sorts of monsters. Whereas this notebook is for recording the marvelous people and wonderful events you encounter on your travels. I hope it will be of help to you. Anyway, that's all for now. My commission is complete. Safe travels, traveler. Ad astra abyssosk.
Yes, that'll do. Just a quick and simple cleanup job. Ah, little one, you're just in time. Oh, look at you. I can tell you're thinking. Oh no, she's going to send me off on some pain-in-the-neck errand again, isn't she? Don't worry. I was just going to say that we finished renovating the shrine and are preparing to roll out a brand new service. Now, I haven't had the chance to announce it yet, but here you are already. Wouldn't you agree that's good timing? See this offering box beside me? There's going to be another place to make wishes here soon. That's different. Fortune slips are about telling fortunes, whereas this is about making wishes. Now then, close your eyes, make a wish, write it down on a prayer plaque, then hang it up on this rack here, and maybe your wish will come true. Of course, but as for which wishes come true, that is up to the gods who watch over us all. Powerless Guji that I am, I can only help you in mortal matters. If that's what you wish for, then why not try it out? Here, take this fortune paper. It's left over from writing fortune slips. You can have it. Try writing your wish there. That might make it more likely to come true. When have I ever lied to you? Hurry up now, little one. It's time to make your wish. Remember to write your wish on the fortune paper, then stick it to the prayer plaque and hang it on the rack. After that, your wish will be made. Yes, nice and solemn. Very good. All right, little one, back to business with you. Remember to keep your ears pricked and your eyes open. After all, the person you wish to meet might just be sitting at some noodle stand, having themselves a lovely bowl. And
And in summary, that's the commission we're here for. How's that sound to you, Yehoda?
All the same to me. You should ask yourself one question, though. You want to catch someone in Nod-Krai? How many lives are you prepared to lose for it?
Well, I once read a story. It told me that if I find a deer with divinity, I could use its antlers to take my place for one death. And what do you know? Deer happens to be one of the Inazuman characters in my name, and I've got my own life to spare. That makes two. Oh, Traveler! What a coincidence! What are you doing in Nod-Krai? Another stop on your journey, perhaps? Sharp. I'm here in pursuit of a fugitive who fled Inazuma. He's racked up a real rap sheet, and he's always trying to flee further and further abroad. A few months ago, we received intel that he was hiding out in Nod-Krai and had joined a band of bandits. He soon returned to his usual MO, that is to say, robbing homes and raiding caravans. I think they called themselves the Seahook Gang or something. Word is they're quite a big deal in Nod-Krai and have taken in a fair share of exiled criminals from across Tevat. After that, I knocked on the doors of the Curatorium of Secrets, Mora in hand, and asked the boss to get me someone who could point me in the direction of this Seahook Gang. That's right. Judging by your expression, I'm guessing you're acquainted. I can tell. My intuition tells me that if Yehoda became a thief, even I'd never be able to catch her.
You can cut the chatter. Boss Neff gave me the job, so it's only natural I'd be good at it. But the Seahook Gang you're looking for isn't the original Seahook crew. The original gang's long since disbanded. The people calling themselves that now are just riding on the name and scamming folks left and right. Yeah, I guess I do, huh?
Interesting. This is news to me. Would you mind telling me more about this new gang of imposters, Yehoda?
What's there to tell?
New or old, fake or real, the Seahook Gang are bandits. A bunch of scoundrels who banded together for Mora, then fell out over it. Their old leader wound up thrown overboard as fish food, while the underlings fought among themselves for the scraps. Some died, and others continued their wanderings. The long and short of it is that the old Seahook Gang are dead, gone, or both.
Wait. Doesn't that mean some of the suspects within could have started going around, committing crimes again?
When a house goes poof, the snakes and rats nestled within find other walls to burrow into. That's just how it is. Nobody wants to die out in the wilderness.
But for all the vermin out there, it's also the perfect time to find a good place to settle down, and maybe get a good roommate along the way. If I were a rat, escaping the snake would mean freedom from being hunted down and eaten. When you think about it, that's a good thing. In any case, you've been most helpful, Yehoda. Thank you for the intel. It seems the Mora spent on your services was well worth it. It's honestly a real load-off to know that these people are just imposters using the Seahook Gang's name. I'd have had to admit I was in over my head flying solo against the real gang, with its international cohort of goons and all.
Well, wait. You think you can take them on as they are now, all by yourself?
Yeah, more or less. After all, I'm only looking for our Inazuman fugitive. I'm not here to bring the whole gang to justice.
That's a bold statement, but whatever. I'll help you track the imposters down. What happens after? That's got nothing to do with me.
Your kindness is appreciated, but this time I'd rather this be a solo outing. Now, I suppose that's that. I'll leave locating them to you, Yehoda. As for me, I'll get to thinking of how I can haul this scoundrel back to Inazuma and have him confess his crimes. Something that'd get even the toughest gangster to spill his secrets most eagerly.
Okay. You're weirding me out.
Hey! If it isn't the Traveler! Didn't expect to see you here! This surprise meeting is pretty sick. I should spin it into a tune right here! I sure am. Having a ball, to be honest. Fun is where the inspiration lies. Most of my songs might be about rebellion and breaking down prejudices and all that, but that doesn't mean I have to beat a serious rhythm all the time. Too much of a downer really ruins the feel of a song. You gotta keep it bright sometimes, you know? You gotta relax and recharge. That way, you'll be ready to kill it when it's time to perform. I guess I'm hoping for some sort of unexpected breakthrough? I've been so focused on writing new material, but everything I come up with feels old and stale. I need something new. So I decided to take a holiday to try escaping this prison I've built for myself. My last stop was Fontaine, where I saw a magazine with some photos of Nod-Krai. It got my creative juices flowing, and I was itching to find out more. Well, after looking into it, it turns out the whole atmosphere and way of thinking out here are like nothing I've encountered before. There's some group called the Frost Moon Scions who lean into some pretty far-out instrumentation. So I was thinking, maybe I could take some inspiration from the local folk scene and incorporate it into my own music. Sure! I want to try adding a few flutes and keys, plus some of the more out-there melodic phrasing. Obviously, I can't just flip genres completely. Still gotta keep the core lyrical and musical themes intact. Anyway, when I got to Nasha Town, I bumped my guitar case on some corrugated iron, and it made this really funky sound. I got this sudden flash of inspiration. I shouldn't just be looking for new instruments to improve my music. I should be trying to enhance my guitar's timbre too! Oh, something like that. It's kind of hard to replicate a guitar with your voice, you know? Basically, I'm going for something punchy, compact, clean, and absolutely savage. If I could modify my guitar's acoustics, ramp up the compression, and add a second sound hole to boost the lower end frequencies, oh, I think I can get a sharper, more metallic sound. Thanks for the support. Oh man, my motivation's like a double bass drum going at 200 BPM right now. Give me a bit to play around with this and hammer out the kinks. I'll invite you to the official unveiling of my breakthrough sound soon enough. What style should I aim for with my next song?
Huh? Isn't it Skirk? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? What's Skirk doing here in Nod-Krai? Exactly. And Dory's here too. We should go over and say hi.
Well, my. Such an exquisite radiant exoskeleton. Come, let me take a closer look, so I can make sure to offer you a fair price. Please, take a seat and rest a while. If you have anything you'd like to eat or drink, I'd be more than happy to...
Let's not waste time. Just tell me how much you're offering.
Of course. Just a moment. Remarkable. Not so much as a scratch. Even the very best bounty hunters would struggle to retrieve a radiant exoskeleton of such quality.
Skirk! Dory! What are you two doing here?
I came to look around Nod-Krai, and thought I'd take the opportunity to make a little mora.
What's this? My most valued customer is already acquainted with my most valued customer?
Is Paimon hearing things? Or did you just say most valued customer twice?
Naturally, my most valued customers are equally valued, so you both receive my most effusive enthusiasm. Please, rest here a moment while I work the price out.
You've gotten stronger. It seems you haven't neglected your training since we last met. I see. Nod-Krai is home to many worthy opponents. Should you overcome this trial, your strength will increase further still.
So, how have you been, Skirk? When we last saw you, you said fate would decide how we'd meet again. Well, Paimon didn't think it would decide so quickly.
Was it quick? It's felt like a very long time to me. My life will experience little change until a true turning point arrives. But as for you, you are at a pivotal point in your journey. Have care. Victory and defeat are seldom long-lived.
Excuse me, dear customer. After careful consideration, I'm prepared to offer you 6 million mora for these radiant exoskeletons. I assure you that this is the fairest possible price. While you might be able to sell a single item for 700,000 or so, when it comes to buying in bulk...
I'll take half of that in cash. I won't be staying long, so there's no point carrying around more money than I need. As for the other half, give it to these two in the form of food or supplies. You should have plenty of both in your stores.
Of course, of course. I can see my most valued customers enjoy a very close relationship. Here's your Mora. Please, do stop by again.
I'll be going then. Until next time.
Huh? Won't you stay for a chat? Oh, she's gone again. That skirk.
That's just how she is, sweeping in and out like a sudden gust of wind. I'm used to it by now.
Hey, that reminds Paimon. You haven't forgotten her somehow? Even though you've done lots of business together before? What's the deal with that?
Huh? What do you mean? The all-knowing Lord Sangama Bay keeps every customer near and dear to her heart. Fine, if you must know, she's not really my customer, but rather a guest of Miss Alice, my supplier. Miss Alice introduced her to me, and now she drops by from time to time to do business. She's the perfect customer. She always brings quality goods and doesn't care too much about the price.
Whoa! There's one suspicious-looking grin. You're not ripping her off, are you?
Ridiculous! A strong, mysterious customer like that who brings me valuable items? I practically worship the ground she walks on. Dory's Divine Bazaar is a fair and reputable business. Now, I promised I'd supply you with food, so it's about time I start hunting for ingredients. 3 million Mora. What can I find that's worth 3 million Mora? It looks like I'm going to have to dig out something very special indeed.
This should just about do it. Traveler? Hello? I didn't think I'd run into you here. Right. I should have realized. Master Jean told me you'd be here. We just didn't know when you'd arrive. I didn't expect to run into you as soon as I set foot in Nod-Krai. Yes, the Grandmaster sent you a letter, didn't he? He also sent one back to Mondstadt, telling us all about how you were doing. Of course, all the knights back home are still figuring out how to support you, but the Grandmaster wrote that we shouldn't be hasty and that he already had everything in hand. Yep, the Grandmaster's always reliable when it comes to important business. So when he says he'll handle something, we know we can count on him. But of course, if you run into any trouble, remember that the knights will always be there to help you. Feel free to... After all, you're our honorary knight, a valued member of our order. That's what Master Jean told me to tell you when I departed from Mondstadt. Huh? Give me a moment. I didn't bring any sweet madame with me, but I do happen to have a bottle of our best cider. Captain Kaya asked me to bring it along. He knew you'd miss it. Guess he was right. Okay, I need a minute. I put it in my backpack and wrapped it in clothes. Oh, here it is. Go on. Have a taste. I did, of course. When I was leaving, the Grandmaster specifically asked me to bring some bottles of our very best dandelion wine for him. At first, Master Jean protested that my main objective on this long journey was to deliver letters to Nod-Krai, and she'd rather I not overload my luggage. She said someone else could transport it later. But after giving it much thought, I packed 2 bottles of wine for the Grandmaster anyway. Otherwise, he'd be talking my ear off about how wonderful dandelion wine is while waiting for it to get delivered. Oh, right. If you crave fresh sweet madams and steak, do come back and visit the Knights of Favonius' headquarters when you're free. That was what Amber wanted me to tell you. And that's all the messages I have for you. I should get going. Farewell, honorary knight.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler. It's been a while for sure. Didn't expect to see you in Nod-Krai. Oh, if only. Nod-Krai's even more lawless than I could have imagined. How should I put it? Well, that's just it. This place is quite literally a lawless land. Even if I was hired to provide legal assistance, I suspect it'd all devolve into everyone resorting to the Final Defense Manifesto to air their grievances. Ta-da! Here's your answer. The most direct method of self-defense. Okay, enough of that. The reason I came to Nod-Krai is to gather material for the new legal guidebook I'm co-authoring with Shinobu. The book's theme centers on the borders of law, and one of its chapters is about what happens when law and order completely breaks down. There's no way I'd be able to get an accurate picture of that back in Liyue. So here I am, this infamous land of lawlessness. As soon as I stepped into Nod-Krai, I knew I was in the right place. It's not like the law here has broken down. It's more like it never existed at all. And, unsurprisingly, I haven't run into a single person in my line of work. Being a legal consultant here is probably an easy way to starve. Hey, don't worry. I've got Adeptus blood, remember? Ordinary bandits can't even scratch me. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for someone to come and accost me. Then I can drag them aside and interview them on how they survive in such a hostile place. Yeah, you have no idea. I spent so long convincing her to let me leave. I'm sure my horns grew out a little. Why, yes, we talked it through. I definitely did. Yes? Yeah. Granny just loves me to bits, you know, and we spoke for ages. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got an appointment with, the Curatorium of Secrets, that's it. So, without further ado, I'll be getting a move on. See you! Bye!
Miss, are those antlers on your head?
Wow, they look just like deer antlers.
I bet they are. Just like us Frost Moon Scions.
Yeah, Our Lady Moonchanter, Miss Lauma, also has a pair of really pretty antlers.
I don't fully understand what's going on, but I'm quite sure my horns and hers aren't the same thing.
I know! Miss Lauma's horns go up and yours go down. Wow! Are you also a Moonchanter, miss?
Moonchanter? Well, I don't think I am. Moonchanter? That's a foreign term to me. I think Granny once mentioned an Adeptus who is related to the moon, but I don't think they were a Moonchanter, were they? Oh, no, wait! Granny told me not to tell outsiders about Adepti. So, what should I say to these kids?
But your horns are just as pretty as hers.
Miss, can you talk to animals like Miss Lauma can?
Oh, hey! My savior's here!
Hey, traveler! Over here!
Let's skip that first. I need you to save me right now. If these kids keep asking me questions, I won't be able to hide my identity as an Adeptus for much longer.
Ina, Kari, it's good to be welcoming to our guests, but if you ask too many questions, you may come off as impolite.
Ah! Miss Loma! Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Longhorn Miss. We asked too many questions.
Sorry. It's just that we've never seen someone from outside the Scions with horns. So...
All right. Come, Ina, Kari. You two should go home. I saw your parents on the way here. They must be worried sick searching for you.
They're searching? Oh no! It's way past dinner time!
We're dead meat. Daddy's going to scold me. Bye-bye, Miss Loma. And bye-bye, Longhorned Miss.
Oh, thanks for your help, Lauma. I don't know how I would have wriggled out of this otherwise. I should have stayed in the library to search for information like you advised. Didn't think I'd be ambushed the instant I stepped outside.
No need to blame yourself, Yanfei. The children are merely curious beyond their years and unaccustomed to seeing outsiders with horns. I apologize on their behalf for the discourtesy. It's fortunate that the Finches came to tell me you were surrounded by Ina and Kari. It seems my arrival proved timely.
It's all right. I should have known better.
That we are. Yanfei came to visit us Frostmoon Scions 2 days ago, saying that she wished to gather some reading materials. Since she came to study, I invited her to stay.
Lauma's been a big help. I've gleaned lots of valuable information from the Scion's library. Maybe even stuff that'll give Shinobu a surprise.
You're too kind, Yanfei. You were merely browsing our archives and writing down some of our customs. Although, I do not understand these borders of law you mentioned. As long as your time here has proven fruitful, then all is well.
The borders of law are essentially... On second thought, it's not the sort of thing where a short explanation will suffice. Once the book's done, we'll just send you a few copies. It should be clear once you read it. It's a universal law book that should be concise, engaging, informative, and easy to understand. We'll cover legal concepts, as well as the regulations present in many nations.
Is that so? Well, then I look forward to reading your work, Yanfei. I believe the children will be interested too.
I promise it'll be interesting. I guess I should head back to the library and continue my transcribing for now. See you both around.
I hope our Adeptus finds what she's looking for. She told me everything on her first visit. I must admit, seeing an Adeptus with horns fills me with a sense of familiarity. I listened to her many stories of Liyue's Adepti, and in exchange I granted her access to our library. In that, she has thus far proved most rule-abiding. A praiseworthy virtue, I must say. Is that so? Well, that's wonderful. She did mention a certain white horse adeptus while telling me of Liyue's legends. If memory serves, our books do chronicle a divine envoy who once dwelled on the moon. Now, do not concern yourself overly with a mere flight of fancy on my part. But now that we have broached the subject, far apart though Liyue and Nod-Krai might be, both have always bathed in the moonlight. I pray that the people of Liyue may also be blessed by the moon, and lead lives of peace and prosperity.
This book looks good. I'll take it. Wrap it up with the 2 from before.
As you wish, Miss Nefer, though. And do forgive my forthrightness. The author of those other 2 books really shouldn't be relied on. Even in the Nasha Express, he stands out for how much he likes to run his mouth. Here, look at this. The art of reading others, and then the art of social intercourse. He doesn't even dare use his own name.
Don't worry about it. I'm buying them for that young madam I have working at the curatorium. Hopefully, she might learn a thing or 2. Sure, a little light reading won't hurt her. She's so brash and reckless. Why, I can barely send her off on any critical work without feeling ill at ease. Yes, and wouldn't it be interesting to see who's more unreliable, this author or Yehoda? If it turns out to be the latter, well, that would be quite the headache. I'll probably need to encourage her using some other incentive.
There's no need to apologize. I wasn't sleeping, merely resting my eyes. Besides, this child heard your footsteps and told me of your approach. Animals sense more than we humans. No doubt this is a blessing from the Creator. It acknowledges you as a kind soul. This child persuaded me to trick you by pretending to fall asleep. Let's see if she spies on you or tries to steal your food. Though I have faith in your noble character, even I couldn't help but be a little bit curious about what you would do. Besides, it seemed harmless enough. Can you forgive us? Oh, I completely forgot to ask. What is it that brings you here? So that's how it is. I thank you for your concern. All is well with me. As it so happens, we received a large amount of fresh fruit today. Perhaps you'd like to eat some with me? It doesn't wish to leave us. After a lot of lounging around, it's enjoying the commotion. May your road ahead be smooth. It's you, traveler. I trust you're well. No, that's not it at all. It's just, my antlers are quite heavy. I almost toppled over. It gave me quite a shock. Indeed it does. As you've seen, my antlers are bigger than everyone else's. It can get quite exhausting whenever I have to walk long distances. Which is why I try to find the time to come here and rest whenever I can. I fear I must have nodded off this time, however. I'm afraid nothing much helps beyond finding somewhere to sit down every now and then and taking a rest. Miss Aino once offered to produce a mechanical device that would help support my neck and antlers. While I was grateful, it didn't seem to be entirely... how should I put it? Yes, that's a fine choice of word. Someone in my role needs to maintain a certain image. As Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions, it would be unseemly to appear in public with a machine around my neck. Indeed. That's actually... I must say I found that quite the amusing mental image. Thank you. A good laugh was exactly what I needed to chase the tiredness away. Don't be a stranger. Feel free to drop by whenever you're passing through. I'll make sure we have all the fresh fruit you can eat.